Hello everybody, Lord Root here, and welcome back to Rosewood Drifts, where we are, I guess, doing our new university area. Last time we saw a football game, and I want to go ahead and sort of get this sorted out. Where is the center of our district? Because I need to find it, and I need to double check some policies. There is the park. The district must be somewhere close by. Oh, well, that's University Grand Park there. But, yeah, anyway, I'm gonna make a couple of tweaks to this, I think, or at least double check some things. I'll at least go ahead and do one here, which I am relatively certain that we have not done. Rosewood Park, there we go. I'm gonna do education boost, which should, at the very least, increase the number of students we have, at least pushing that over. There we go, there is our thing. Education boost is important because we're sort of running into an issue. These really ought to be highly educated areas. And unfortunately they are not. Let's get back to rebuilding this. Be kind of nice for something kind of like auto rebuild, but I don't really see that happening anytime soon. But I think let's see how far we're out. We do have another tile which we could develop. Colossal City is coming up pretty soon, and then we have Metropolis, which will give us air, which we can do right now. And then finally at 70,000, Megapolis. Why don't we rebuild some of this? I think we are largely taken care of here. One of the things we learned was that our levy maybe could use a little bit of work. So we might just work a little bit on that because we can get away. I think we could make the levee just a little bit taller. At least than what it was. I think that would be helpful. Whoa, no, no, no. Come back out over here. I think if we do it like that, we will avoid interfering with the shipping line. We gotta do it on this other side as well. Because the side, as it turns out, is somewhat prone to flooding. We'll do it like that. And then we'll come out over here as well. Let me just double check and make sure we are... So probably out to about here. Will be good. Just to sort of help with the reflection. Can we get just a little bit closer? No. We can go up here. and increase the size of the wall. So if we get flooding from this side, then we'll be okay. Now this is going to be the question. Looking at this, do we want to buy more land? I mean, we could. I could buy this out up here. For instance, or I could buy this over here. Both would be good. Let's see. We get an additional tile. We do it that way. So I'm just going to go ahead and buy the top up here for development. And we can do some finishing here as a result. Just one thing then. We could complete the highway up here. Also want to put an airport in. And depending on how close we get, because we are increasing very slowly, we're still flooded. And actually, no, it's not that we're still flooded, it's that whenever we put up the wall, we flooded everything. That is what's happening there. Did we level up? I think we might have. Yeah, we did in fact level up. That's interesting. Oh, those are the buildings that come. Okay, so that policy I think helped just a little bit. We'd have to get the campus attractiveness up. We do have to bank on stuff coming through. We do have some varied buildings here. We can put in to increase the attractiveness though, and I think if we take a look at this, we got the, for instance, the futsal club, wrong area type, so no, we can't actually do that like the park. We have like a little study area for nature. What else do we have that we might want? The drama club. I'll just put that in up here. We got a... That is almost big enough. Let's put down a gem. And put down a cafeteria. Over here. How are we doing on attractiveness? We just need 45 more. If we can maintain this growth, then we'll go to level 3. Little arts fountain. Maybe we can put that up here. Okay, we've met our attractiveness. We're gonna have to set up the other end, I feel. But if we can keep this going, it'll be great. Just continue to deal with the land issues here. I think that a major part of this, well, there's a lot of things wrong with this. Oh, that actually makes a lot of sense. Makes a huge amount of sense. Okay. We're gonna have to hook this guy back up. And then there is our subway. Maybe we never hooked this up at all. Maybe that was the problem. Yeah, I think that might have been the problem. We were going to hook this up and then we didn't. Which is a shame. And what can you do? We got traffic issues here. That needs to probably be upgraded. We've got a major... You know what? Yeah, let's work on that real quick. We want these guys to continue queuing up. It's going to take them a little bit of a while. Because they are not coming down here. What we want to do thankfully I have MoveIt, so I can then grab that node and just move it a little bit. It's not exactly the height of realism, but they're wanting to turn right. And if we go to Traffic Manager, because that's pretty much what's going on, is these people want to turn right. We need to do a couple of things here, so they are not allowed to do lane changes once they enter. That appears to have cleared up things somewhat. And other thing, they can't go straight here. Given the traffic here, this is what I want to do. It's not so much that I want to take the light out. I do want to handle this junction. We'll say you're allowed to do right turns to get through. I think that's, yeah, that's what that means. They're going to yield just a little bit, but now this is interesting. They are all sort of jamming up over here. What are these guys anyway? They are mostly pedestrians. I think maybe what's going on here is they just don't have enough, which could potentially be addressed by a ferry line. That's actually, I think, what we'll do down here. We'll throw in a ferry. Garbage over here full? It will be. Yeah, I think if we throw down a ferry line, then we'll be golden here. We just gotta get these guys onto the ferry. We'll make it a cul-de-sac. And same with this one. That, I think, would be good. We are just going to have to, I guess, handle our ship lanes. That's a ferry lane, actually. Okay, I see what's going on here. But yeah, we'll get everything set up, and I will see you here in a moment. I don't know what's really going on with this. Oh, partially because I don't know if it's just that they can't get there. Or what? We should be able to. But I just can't seem to make the connection for whatever reason. Maybe too sharp of a turn, I don't know. Which means that's a project that we're going to have to leave for another day, I think. Now how about over here? This is getting better. I mean, we are beginning to clear up. I think over time this will do its thing. Pardon me. I guess there's no reason to have another turning lane there. But we can sort of handle the traffic here. Because the tricky bit here is going to be as follows. We'll just say you can come over here. And because this is protected by the light, maybe give them the opportunity to yield if they want to. We don't have anybody oh, yeah, okay, I think. That's the thing though, there's a traffic light there, so pedestrians could cross. What is causing these guys to block here? I think it's this junction. That is what is causing the problem. So we only really want him to cross at these lights here. How is our traffic jam coming? It is slowly but surely improving. By the way, did I do another academic work? Let's give them the stuff for this dissertation. I think we should be good to level this up. Next match is going to be at the end of the year, so, you know, that's going to be a thing. We should have now a lot more in the way of students. And I suspect we probably have the beginning of a death wave happening. The cemetery is full. Or we may just have no capacity for death care. I think if we throw in another, we'll be okay. Yeah, I think what's happening is our crematorium capacity just sort of went down. might as well, you know, throw something down like that. How are we? We need more because there's more demand. And offices are just really the best way to go here. If I'm completely honest. So we're not quite on the level of a death wave yet. And we have done some things to mitigate it. We just need, you know, improved capacity for that. Very good. We have an extra one. And I think we should have maybe leveled up. We did. We did level up. So that's actually quite nice. We got a problem that's been sort of irking us. We gotta do something about it. Because part of the problem is now we need garbage transfer. I'll just put this up here to sort of help with that. How is our garbage processing? I mean, our garbage processing's okay. We just need to improve things. So I'm gonna run time a little bit forward, try to, I guess, get things going on. We'll even put, because we're next to a major highway, we'll probably put some offices up here even though they don't really make too much sense. And then maybe try to increase our population some. Let's just take a review here. Rosewood Park is about 5,000. Emerson District is about 5,000. This is nearly 12,000. Oh, we got crime. Oh yeah, we'll take care of that. And we will see you here in a little bit. Okay, I think right now we are probably good to do some finishing touches on this. I'm just going to very slightly do what I can to finish up the population up here. We're going to buffer this area here. I guess with offices, to sort of block the traffic. And you can see we did some things with our university. I just move it a little bit. But I'm getting them ready. Because we need to continue to develop here. We'll just, because there are colleges here, we do want to improve this somewhat. I do want to have like this little suburb here. They are complaining about a prison as well, which I will do, but I have special plans for that. That I think will require me maybe to get this area here. We'll see. As for this up here, we could begin another district pretty soon. But if I guess if I want to create this up here, then basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and pack some of these guys back here. I think that'll work. So yeah, the plan is we need to get to 40k. We need to provide room to do that. We have been neglecting our other industry. Which, you know, I reckon we shouldn't do. So I'm just going to real briefly zone in some industry here. We can probably do it up here as well. And you know, it would be good eventually to come back to this. I don't think I have the time for that today. But I do think that we can maybe, that we can nonetheless get something going up here. Because the problem is we need just very slightly more demand than we have. Also, how are we doing on power? We are in brownout range. Eventually we'll need to build another power plant. I mean, there's no way around that. But yeah, you can see I did a number of things here to sort of help. And I'm just going to do like that. And one of them, at least as it turns out, was to put a bypass in here that they could finally come to. Not that this part was really creating much in the way of problems. I'll just connect these guys up here. I mean, you know, we just need more in the way of things. What else do we maybe want to do here at Rosewood Park? The helicopter priority. I mean, for the most part, I think that's fine. We'd have a fairly large university contingent here. Unfortunately, we're near the end of the year. Let's see if this one... We are beginning to lose some, but I think this will remain stable. We've got quite some time, however, before, if you just take a look at the academic works, we need 7. I think a lot of it is just that these people are, doing their thing. Not enough raw materials here, which indicates to me that maybe this will be what we'll be working on next time. But, here, at least we're good. So, I mean, yeah, I need to look into figuring out what's causing this issue. I think that maybe it's that I have to buy one of the tiles over here in order to route it. I think it's potentially that we've given it too sharp of a turn. And I guess the question is, can we hit our milestone? We're pretty close, so I'm going to let it run for a little bit. I will see you when it does. And just a quick one. We did have a drop-off in our student population, so that's kind of annoying. We'll just continue to do this. We are sort of deadlocked. And I think that part of the issue is that we just need... Honestly, I want some high-density commercial here. I think what's going on... I'm not entirely sure about this, but I think it has to do with the fact that there just aren't enough jobs to go around. And because of that, our population is not growing, there's no demand. It is taking a really long time for us to grow. But what can we do? We kinda went all in. And yeah, I think it's just that nobody here has the ability to go anywhere. That there's really no work. Which is a wee bit of a shame. We're just gonna have to do something about that. I mean, it is working wonders for our cash. But usually when there's no demand, what it tends to indicate is really a couple things. Let me just get this down. It indicates that there's something that is not attracting people. And I think here, you know, we've definitely got that. I'm gonna put down some offices over here. It could also be because we've never put down a prison. Let's just go take a look and see what could potentially be the issue here. Oh, traffic is actually okay at the moment. If we go take a look over here, we're not as backed up as we used to be. Although this region isn't really growing. It would be nice if we could get more on this time warp. But yeah, nobody seems to be biting. What if, and this is usually a trick, we'll set tax revenue really low just to sort of spike demand just a little bit. And then they'll be happy to pay afterwards. Yeah, that is working to some degree. It's also bringing down our cash flow. But that's okay because we want to encourage them to move in. We'll put it back at some point. We just need to get over the 40,000 mark. Because yeah, that's going to be a persistent problem. We can kick it back up here in a bit. It's also causing these houses to upgrade, which is increasing. I mean, if you take a look at these, anyway, some of them are pretty close. They are all pretty well educated. And all we have to hope for now is that they won't go overboard. In fact, we have enough money to where I can make this even better. This should really increase demand. Or that's the hope at least. And yes, we are in the negative just a little bit, but we don't need that much more to level up. Actually, we're in the negative a lot. Okay. Colossal City, we got some new stuff here that I will probably mess around with next time, but let us restore our taxes back to 12%. And people will be wanting, I mean, we got more revenue coming in. It's amazing, honestly, how much revenue we had. But we will leave it here for now. Pay no attention to the negative number which is about to go away. This has been Dilord Root, and I shall see you next time.